The sound of your destiny is not a thunderclap nor the roar of a beast. It is the cold clink of silver. You are 12 years old. Your knees are scraped from the rough stone of the atrium floor. The air smells of burnt oil and the sour sweat of fear. You look up, searching for the eyes of the man who should protect you, the man who gave you life. But he does not look at you. He looks at the scales. Your small fingers clutch his tunic, worn fabric you mended the night before by the light of a tallow candle. You pull, begging for recognition. A word, a touch. "Father?" you whisper. The word dies in your throat, dry as marble dust. He pushes your hand away, not with anger, but with a calculated indifference. He is counting. 1, 2, 3 denarii, the weight of your flesh, your bones, your future, being traded to cover the cost of bad seeds and cheap wine. Debt is an invisible monster in Rome, and today it has devoured you. The creditor, a man with yellow teeth and rings that shine like snake eyes, grabs your chin. He examines your teeth as if you were cattle. He squeezes your arms, testing the firmness of the meat. You are no longer a daughter. You are a nexum, a living collateral, an object. The silver falls into your father's hand. The sound is the strike of a hammer on a coffin nail. The door to the house where you were born closes. There are no long goodbyes. Your father's shame is smaller than his greed. You are dragged onto the paved street, and Rome's sunlight does not feel golden. It feels white, blinding, exposing your humiliation to the world. Childhood does not evaporate slowly. It is ripped from you like a scab off a wound. As you walk, stumbling behind your new owner, the city transforms. The statues of the gods seem to laugh. Jupiter does not care about you. Juno does not protect the souled. You look at your hands, still small, still soft, and realize they no longer belong to you. Every step on the Via Sacra takes you further from humanity. You see other children playing with nuts on the ground. They are people. You are a breathing coin. The weight of the invisible chain around your neck is heavier than any iron. You are not taken to a noble villa on the Palatine. Your destiny is not to serve a bored matron. The creditor turns left, descending into the rotting belly of the city, the Subura. The smell hits you first, a dense miasma of garbage, fermented urine, cheap spices, and despair. The streets narrow like clogged arteries. The tall, unstable buildings block out the sun, creating a perpetual twilight of shadows and soot. You are shoved through a low door. The air inside is hot, humid, and smells of unwashed bodies. This is your new temple. There is no altar, only cold stone cubicles. The owner looks at you and smiles. There is no kindness. Only the satisfaction of a merchant who has acquired a new tool. She will pay the debt, he says, with sweat or with blood. You realize your father's debt is unpayable. The interest grows faster than you do. You have just walked into the wolf's mouth, and it has just clamped shut. There are no etiquette lessons. The training here is the erosion of the soul. Your first lesson is silence. You learn to swallow the scream when the bamboo cane cracks against your back because you spilled the wine. You learn to stand still as a statue while rough hands grope your merchandise. They teach you to be invisible. A perfect servant has no face, no voice, no pain. You are a machine made of meat. During the day, you scrub the stone floor until your fingers bleed and your nails break. The cold water mixed with ash stings your open wounds. If you stop, food is denied. Hunger is a cruel teacher, more efficient than any whip. It carves obedience into your visible ribs. You learn to sleep standing up, leaning against the damp wall, stealing seconds of rest before the next command is barked. Your mind begins to fragment, hiding memories of who you were in locked boxes at the back of your skull. Night arrives, the true night of your soul. You are washed, perfumed with cheap oils to mask the scent of fear. They drape a thin, almost transparent tunic over your trembling body. You are pushed into the cella, a room no bigger than a grave. The door opens. A man enters. He is not a monster from legends. He is a common man. A baker, perhaps, or a soldier. But here, he is a cruel god with coins in his pocket. You try to recoil, but the stone wall is cold and unforgiving against your back. When he touches you, something inside your chest breaks. It is not a bone. It is the thin glass of your innocence. You close your eyes and try to imagine yourself far away, floating over the Tiber, turning into mist. But the pain is an anchor. His weight is the weight of all Rome crushing you. When he finishes and tosses a bronze coin into the bowl by the door, you do not cry. You look at the coin. It is the price of a loaf of bread. It is the price of your dignity. You died that night, but your heart forgot to stop beating. Months turn into years, marked not by seasons but by scars. The world outside says this is fair. The sacred law of Rome says a father has the right to sell his child. Society says you are unworthy. You have no honor. You have no rights. Your shame is your fault. And the worst part, you start to believe it. The owner's voice crawls into your head. You are nothing without me. I give the food. I give the roof. You are mine. The brainwashing is subtle, like water dripping on a rock. You begin to view your slavery as gratitude. You stop praying to Minerva or Diana. They are goddesses of free women. You pray to Fortuna, begging only that the next client isn't drunk and doesn't bring knives, doesn't have heavy fists. You accept the collar. You accept that your body is public property, a trough where any man with a coin can slake his thirst and spit in the water afterwards. You reach a dark perfection. At 16, you are the favorite. You have learned to fake it. You moan when ordered, smile when insulted, bow when demanded. You have become an actress on a stage of horror. Your mind disconnects completely from your body. While they use your flesh, your mind is wandering Elysian fields you will never tread. You are efficient. You know exactly what to say to extract an extra tip, which will be immediately confiscated. You are cold. If another girl is beaten in the room next door, you do not intervene. Compassion is a luxury you cannot afford. Compassion brings pain. You are a marble statue that bleeds, polished by constant use, beautiful, hard, hollow. The owner displays you like a trophy, raising the price. Your father's debt has been paid 10 times over, but the ledger books are magic. The debt never disappears. It is a shadow that grows as the sun sets. But the biological machine has an expiration date. The cough starts in winter. A dry cough that brings the taste of iron to your mouth. Your teeth, once pearls, begin to ache. The diet of thin gruel and sour wine takes its toll. And then, the blood does not come at the right moon. The terror is absolute. A child here is not a blessing, it is a financial parasite. The owner wants no loss. He gives you a mixture of bitter herbs and poisons. You drink it. The pain that follows is not human. It is as if claws of fire are ripping out your insides. You bleed onto the straw floor for 3 days. You lose the child, but you lose something else. A part of you rots from the inside. You look into the polished metal mirror and see the eyes of an old woman in a young girl's face. The beauty is cracking, and in Rome, a broken tool is trash. To survive, you do the unthinkable. When a new girl, just 10 years old, arrives crying, you are the one who holds her down so the owner can break her. You have become the monster you feared. Morality is devoured by the need to survive one more day. At 20, you are considered old. Your skin has lost its sheen. The cough is constant. Clients prefer fresh meat that has just arrived from the borders of the empire. You have become a liability. The owner does not retire his tools. He recycles them. You are sold again. This time, not for pleasure, but for brute force. You are bought by a mill owner on the outskirts of the city. The price was low, less than that of a goat. The work now is pushing the millstone, a massive circular stone that crushes grain. You walk in circles, day after day, chained where a donkey or a horse should be. But slaves are cheaper than animals. If a horse dies, it is a financial loss. If you die, they buy another. The flour dust coats your lungs, turning your breath into an agonizing wheeze. Your muscles atrophy, your back curves permanently. The father who sold you, he died years ago, drunk, never having thought to rescue you. You have been forgotten. In the mill, Amidst the white cloud of flour and the crack of the whip, you see a girl. She is the daughter of another slave, born into slavery. She has never seen the world outside these walls. She has never seen a coin, never tasted sweet fruit. You look at her and see yourself, but it is worse. She has no memories of freedom to torture her. She is cattle from the first breath. One day, the overseer looks at the girl. You recognize the look. It is the same look as your first owner, the look of hunger. You want to scream, you want to fight, you want to protect her. But your hands are deformed by early arthritis and forced labor. Your legs barely support your weight. You are a specter covered in dust. You watch, helpless, as the cycle restarts. The wheel of Rome's history is greased with the blood of the innocent, and it never stops turning. The curse does not end with you. It multiplies. The end does not come with trumpets. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. It is a cold autumn morning. You are pushing the millstone. The rhythm is hypnotic, stone against stone. Grain turning to dust. Suddenly, the air is gone. It is not just the cough. It is as if your lungs have turned into solid rock. Your legs give way. You fall to your knees on the floor soiled with flour and rat droppings. The overseer screams. The whip cracks against your back, but you do not feel it. The pain is distant now, muffled by a constant buzzing in your ears. You look at the ground. You see a single ant carrying a crumb of grain. It is freer than you. Your heart gives one last jolt, a weak protest, and stops. They do not bury you. Wood is expensive. Cemetery space is for citizens. Your body is thrown onto a cart with the day's trash. You are taken outside the city walls to the common pits, where the bodies of the poor and slaves are left for the dogs and the birds. You were sold for silver, used as meat, and discarded as carrion. Rome is called the Eternal City. Its white marble columns shine under the Mediterranean sun, monuments to civilization and glory. But remember, the marble is white only because it has been washed incessantly. And the only thing abundant enough to clean that much stone is your blood. You were the fuel that kept the flame of civilization burning, and your only reward was to become smoke.